Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Happy February. How's everybody doing? Welcome to another trading session with In the Zone Trader. Let's go ahead and take a look at the chart, shall we? What a crazy amount of price action that we've had the last few days. We had a major sell-off on Thursday, only to get it bought back up and then continued selling on Friday. We had this inside candle that we broke to the downside, made brand new lows, broke this low here. But as you notice, we essentially just tested around the 200 area, 25,200. Buyer stepped in and we brought this thing back up overnight. Let me draw some different lines now. We have a lower high here. We're back in this range again on the NQ, which has been a pretty tricky range to trade. Won't lie to you guys. So we'll keep an eye out. We'll see what happens today. We'll see if we can come up maybe to the 21 EMA around 725. It looks bullish at the moment. We have this sort of hammer look here. Let's look at the ES daily chart, shall we? So the ES looks a little bit more bullish because we did make a brand new all-time high on the 28th before we sold off. This still looks like we're in an uptrend. Very similar look to the NQ, but again, we're back in this range, right? We're underneath 7,000, but we're above 6,900. We went as low as 68, 64, which I believe was the old all-time high. I think that's why I had it marked here. So we'll see how everything plays out today, and we'll kind of go from there. Let's look at the 800 tick chart for a second. You can see we sold off as soon as market opened. We gapped lower, filled the gap, and then sold off, right? And then I believe we started buying around 2 in the morning, and the buying so we're in a clear uptrend on the 800 tick as of right now. Let's see where we are as far as what trade the market is currently in. We have about 9 minutes before the market opens. Let's draw some trend lines. Haven't had a chance to do that just yet on the lower time frame. So we have this trend line here. And then we have potentially this. Is this a higher low? No. So we have almost a double top up here. So we have this double top, almost double top look up here. We were in this trade here that did hit target. And now, did this trigger lower? Yep. So now we're in this bearish trade here. Doesn't mean I'm going to take it. If we want to close the gap from the overnight price action, we'll have to go up and go into the 25,650 area. Although, where's my 6 o'clock close? I think I forgot to move that. And by 6 o'clock, I mean 4 p.m. close. Let me see where it is. Okay. So let me move this back down here. Let's see where 6 p.m. was. So this big dotted gray line is where we closed on 6 p.m. I'm looking for it right now. All right, there it is. So this is where we close 4 p.m. Eastern on Friday, and this is where we close 5 p.m. Eastern on Friday. If we're looking to close the gap based on the overnight price action, we have a ways to go up here. Okay. Let's see if there's any news today. I didn't get a chance to check. Okay, so we do have news. 9:45 a.m. we have final manufacturing PMI. That's a yellow folder, so low volatility potentially. But then at 10 o'clock today, we do have two folders. One is red and one is orange, and that is the ISM manufacturing PMI and manufacturing prices. So we could see a ton of volatility at the 10 o'clock candle. So we'll be keeping an eye out on that. We have about a little under 5 minutes now until market opens. This is the ES 2000. We're in a very similar situation here where we went down. Now we're going up trying to fill the gap. I won't be looking to trade the ES today though, so we'll see. We shall see. We're also going to be a little bit more forward thinking in our trading today, more patient, working. If you guys recall our discussion last week about the inchworm concept, you have your A game, B game, and C game, where your B game is sort of your average, your C game is the worst part of your game, and then your A game is obviously your best. We're going to try our best to shift that inchworm so that our old B game will be the new C game. And that's the goal. Okay, we have about 3 minutes. Okay, a little under a minute now. Let's see what the market wants to do. Okay, this triggered up too. It's almost at target. Okay, the market just opened. We're moving higher now. We did hit the target. Let's see what happens at 600. We got a rejection there, but then let's just see what we want to do here. We'll buy it at 600 if it wants to come back down. Okay, cancel that. Good morning. Has been a while. How are you? Okay, we just hit the bearish target. See what we want to do here with this candle. This candle might be too big. Weekend was good. Weekend was very good. All right, so the bullish trade worked. We just tagged the 5 p.m. close on Friday. I think I missed it. Yep, I missed it. Oh, it got me in. I'm trying to get out. That was messy. Did not mean to get in there. Okay, so we're in this bearish trade now. Hold on, let me think about where we are. We're also in this bullish trade. There's a lot of indecision here. Let me zoom in. Okay. Again, we're still in this bearish trade. Let's delete this line here. Okay, we just hit the target. Let's see what this candle wants to do here. This candle now is too big. Triggered higher, but it's just too big. Okay, just hit the target there. Again, these candles have just been too big for me to be able to take, so and that's okay. Testing the standard deviation level there. This is another trigger higher, potentially going to 700 now. Okay, we just hit target on that. Where is my golden ruler? Right here. Okay, we'll try to take a long at 700 if it wants to come down and get us. I feel like it touched it, but did not get us in. Alright, there we go. Can we get the bounce up? Yep. We got maybe 5 or 6 points on that. I'll try it again. If it wants to come down and get us. Almost got us in. Just needed to touch 700 and bounce up. Wow, this is a battle zone. This was a stop loss. That's unfortunate. We did trigger lower now. Don't know if I want to take it at this point. Okay, I'm shorted it at 700. See if it wants to actually follow through with a short. There we go. I don't know how many points we got on that one. Okay. We got a long here. See if I can get in at 700. All right, can we go up now? No. That's unfortunate. We're still in this bullish trade. It hasn't stopped out yet. We just hit target there, so. Price action is very rocky. I'm going to try again at 700. There we go. Got 15 points on that. Still in that same bullish trade here that hasn't stopped out yet, hasn't hit its target, so. We're also in this bearish trade that is probably going to get stopped out. Yeah, bearish trade got stopped out. See if we can come back down to 700, get us in and bounce back up and hold this upward trend line. Okay, we're in. Can we get the bounce? Yep, we got 15 points there. Beautiful. Okay, we're still in the same trade. Let me adjust the trend line now. Finally hit target on the bullish side. We are approaching a bigger downward trend line that I've marked from Friday. See how we behave in this area. So we are in a bit of a wedge at the moment. Let's just see how we behave. We did trigger lower, but we have a ton of support underneath us, so this is not going to be a bearish trade here. Not a bearish trade that we're going to take. You see that it stopped out right there? Okay, this one triggered higher, but there's a lot of resistance overhead now. We are in a wedge, so we're probably just going to sit on our hands for the next few minutes. We do have news in about 12 minutes that's red and yellow, so this is where I would have gotten in right here, but and it would have worked. It's okay though. I'm trying to be very disciplined with my rules today, so okay, we hit 750 and now we are potentially rejecting that level. Let's see. We can delete this line here. Technically still haven't hit our target from this 948 candle. Looks like we're trying to do it now. There it is. Okay. The bulls are definitely in control today. We will take a trade here off the standard deviation level if it wants to come down and get us. Market just going higher. Okay, let's see what we do at 800. Okay, we're getting a little bit of this look now. Technically, this triggered lower. And there's that bearish target hit right there. Do we have room to take this to the downside? And the answer is yes. Okay, I hesitated there. Good morning, John. How are you? I don't know. I don't like a short here for some reason. I'm not feeling it. We've been really bullish all day, so like me taking a counter trend is not gonna work today. So I'm glad I passed on that. Happy to hear you're doing well. Okay. All right, we're currently in no man's land right now. Just waiting to see what the market wants to do. Just remember, we do have news in about 6 minutes. That's red and yellow, red and orange. So we might have to wait until after the news to trade. Trading's gone super well so far. I finished Group A really strong, so now we're in Group B. Okay, we just triggered higher here. Doesn't mean I'm going to take it. Two reasons. We were still under the downward trend line, and the measured move is above the standard deviation, so does not make it for a high probability setup. You could see here we did not, we would have stopped out, right? So let's go ahead and adjust the trend line. And I'm also waiting for the news in about 4 minutes. I think we could be seeing a lot of chop, indecision until the news event comes out. So it's probably better to be patient. Let's see if this triggered down. Yep. Let's see if it goes down and retests 750. Yup, PMI news. And it's red and orange. So get your popcorns ready. Potentially. I think that trade would have worked for 15 points. That's okay. We just hit the target on the bearish move. Looks like we could be potentially transitioning here. We'll see. We shall see. And the news could very well reverse this downward move in an instant, right? So anything can happen. Okay, we're starting to see a little bit of that volatility a minute before the news. Okay, the news is now. All right, look at that. And there's my alarm for the news. Look at that volatility. My goodness. Okay. Let's see what we want to do here. Right? That sounds nice. Do you have any favorite popcorn brands? Might be taking along here if we can close above 750, but doesn't look like we're able to at the moment. I personally like caramel flavored popcorn. I know that's not what you were thinking probably with butter flavored popcorn, although that's good too. I love caramel popcorn. I have a bit of a sweet tooth. Sellers are really trying to bring this thing down. Buyers are trying to hold it. This is a battle zone. And there's the breakout to the upside, maybe. We'll see how this candle closes and we'll make a decision on what we want to do. Although this candle now is getting too big. Yep. Yep. I love kettle corn. It's pretty good too. Yeah. Okay, we're bumping up against this downward trend line here. Nice. Yeah, that's a good brand. Well, we're breaking through this downward trend line now. 800 is the next target. Okay, we can delete this trend line now. Okay, we just hit the target. All right, we just got to be patient at this point. We got to wait for it to come into a zone of interest. Lots of buying today. Wonder where my there it is, the runner. Kind of have a runner going on right now. Runner just got taken out. Okay. Okay, let's see what we want to do. You got one of those 50% pullback trades, John? See, I have this trend line here marked from, gosh, this is from way back. When is this trend line? From January 28th to 29th overnight session. We have yet to break it. So we can't get above this macro trend line here that I've got drawn from the 20th and 29th of January. So what is that? 28th was Wednesday night and Thursday morning. We did trigger higher here, but we're still underneath that trend line. So we may very well push through it right now, but we'll see. I mean, the bulls are very much in control. If I didn't have this trend line, this downward trend line drawn, I would have taken the 50%, or no, I would have taken the bounce off this 8 EMA here for 15 points, and it would have worked. But I'm being like, I don't want to use the word overly cautious. I'm just literally trying to follow all of my rules, which have a lot of cautionary rules in there, for lack of a better word, things in there to protect me. So if I end up passing on a mediocre setup that doesn't pass all my rules and it ends up working, that's okay. Yeah, I mean, that's how we're gonna win in the long run, right? Because if we get in the habit of taking a bunch of mediocre trades over and over and over, it's going to affect your win rate. All right, we are at 850. What do we want to do here? We can't go bullish or bearish, by the way. We can't go in either direction. I want to make sure which one actually hit target. This one hit target here. So this is technically a new trigger to go higher right there. But it triggered underneath the standard deviation level. So you can see we're having a hard time getting above that standard deviation level. Well, the rule is if the original trigger candle or signal candle, sorry, the original signal candle's measured move is got an obstacle in the way, I don't even want to take the trade when it comes back down to 850. That's sort of the rule here. Now, what we might end up seeing is we might be going sideways, 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 and this standard deviation level is going to go up and up and up and up and up and up, and eventually we'll be able to hit the target. Or we just hit the target now. We didn't get the chance to get into the trade either way, but I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't have taken 850 bounce there, personally. And I wouldn't take the standard deviation bounce here either. I need to wait for a new candle to form, because this candle right here actually finished this original move. I want to see what this candle is going to do, the current candle, before I make a decision on my next trade. This would have been a buy at the standard deviation level, but I'm glad I didn't get into it. It would have been an immediate stop loss here. So now I'm just going to wait. We did trigger lower, but we have this EMA in the way potentially. Also triggered higher. We might be able to take this bullish trade here. Okay, let's see if we can get that continuation higher. Or are we going to get stopped out? I'm going to go ahead and move this to break even. I didn't like that we went all the way down, almost hit my stop loss, so this thing could go. No. Okay. Just got out at break even. It would have worked, I think. 63. At least for 6 points, it would have worked. That's okay. And there it goes. Our golden ruler does move up. We've made a brand new high. It stopped you out, Tyler, and then it went. That stinks. That happens a lot, by the way. You just have to be okay with that happening sometimes. I mean, that's the whole premise of the system, is keeping your stop losses fixed at 6 points, right? So alright, now we're in no man's land. We're not in any sort of trade at the moment, so we're going to wait and see what the next setup that develops. Yeah. It's true. I mean, we're not even an hour into trading yet, so we're just looking for opportunities that make sense. This is another trigger higher, but 900 is right there. So, and we're just going right through it like it's nothing. Man. buyers are very much in control today. I'm going to go look at the daily chart and see where we're at. So you could see we're probably going to try to gun for this 25,998. We might as well go for 26,000 even. I would imagine that's where the buyers are trying to go today. So let's just see. Let's just see. Are we finally getting sellers in here at 900? Maybe. Maybe. So this did trigger lower. But I don't know if I want to take a short at 900 because of this EMA here. So I'm just going to sit on my hands on this one. Alright, so we now have a bullish trigger too, but it's underneath 900 where it triggered. Or it triggered right at 900 rather. It's a very tricky area, so I don't want to take any bullish or bearish trades here, is what I'm trying to say. Is it right at 7,000, John? I'm not really paying attention to the ES right now. Got it. Did you take it? Did you take that 7,000 bounce on the ES? See what it looks like on the 2000 tick chart for the ES. Yeah, I see it holding right there. Okay, well, I hope it goes up for you. Oh, you didn't take it? Okay. The NQ is not holding. So, we're still in this bearish trade that hasn't stopped out yet, by the way. Yeah, NQ might be bouncing up here. We'll see. This is another bullish signal here, but again, it's in a really, really tough spot. I'd rather let this conflict resolve itself, and then I'll look for the next trade. I don't really want to get in the middle of this. I will say buyers are having a hard time staying above 900. Sellers are defending 900 right now. And now, as I say that, it goes right back up. Again, I think they're both fighting, right? I'm not getting a clear direction. And in the past, this would frustrate the heck out of me. And I would have probably taken 5 trades. Maybe 3 of them would have been stop losses, and maybe 2 of them would have worked. All right, we finally hit the target on the original bearish signal from 1020. Let's redraw the trend line here, and then we have this other trend line here that we are bouncing off of from the 1016 and candles here. Now we are in no man's land. Let's just see what we want to do next. We could see a bounce off the 34 EMA. Let's just see. Problem is, now we also have this EMA in the way too, so do I really want to take a bullish trade here? I'm trying to get all things to be in sync, and they are currently not, so I'd rather just skip on this one as well. Yeah, I'm trying to be patient. I told myself, if you just be patient, you can be done in like 5 or 6 trades. Just make sure the trades that you take are really, really good setups. Now granted, some even A+ setups are not going to work sometimes. But I don't want to fight back and forth. I mean, I've done it the last few days. I've had to fight back from large deficits. I told myself I don't even want to get myself in a large deficit to begin with. It just takes a lot of mental energy. I mean, we're up $500 right now. I mean, why would we want to jeopardize that, right? So okay, this might be... Is this going to be a short? Yes or no? We still got this. We're still above this trend line here. And we're above this EMA here. You know what's funny, John? The bounce off the 34 EMA would have given us 15 points. It's okay. It's all good. But you could see that the 8 EMA is also acting as resistance. So I really want them, the two of them, to be in sync with each other. We're approaching the golden ruler right now. Alright, we hit the bearish target here at 54.50. Let's see what we do next. We could delete this line. We are holding the golden ruler as of right now. Okay, I think golden ruler is probably going to move to the top. Yep. Yep. Alright, 850 bounce, no, because any sort of candle that does trigger to the upside has both of these EMAs that are going to be in the way, right? Alright, we're back to being in no man's land again. Let's just see what these candles want to do. Alright, now if this candle closes above these EMAs, this might be a potential bullish signal. Let's just see. Yeah, we'll take it at the 34 EMA. It may not give me the opportunity. It may just go. It's coming back down. We'll see. All right, I'm in. Bullish. Can we go up now? Kind of hesitating, so I'm just going to move it to break even. Alright, I'm out. Break even. Break even. I really don't know what it wants to do here. It's like kind of stuck, right? It's like, it's telling me it wants to go up, but then it's stuttering. So I'm not going to get into this trade again. We do now have this lower highs look. It might come down to 850. It might actually go up and work. I don't know. I just don't like the hesitation. Like, it should have bounced and gone up, you know? Yeah, it could, I mean, the reason why it is 50-50 like you mentioned is because we just have a lower, we have high, low, higher, low, lower, low. Sorry, lower, low. Sorry, lower, high. Let me rephrase that. High, lower, high, lower, high, low, lower, low, lower, low. So we are in a downtrend. We are in a downtrend. And I was trying to take a counter trend trade, but it had the room to do it, you know? But now when I redrew this brand new downward trend line here, it doesn't have the room to do it anymore. But I do see that the buyers are holding this EMA. So I'm getting conflicting information here. I'm getting conflicting information. We could transition back up, but we need to... What do we need to do? We need to probably break the 1032 high. This high here. Because that's the last swing high. Or I guess in this case it would be a pivot high, not a swing high. Our swing high is all the way up here at 1020 candle. But the buyers, I can give them credit. They're holding that EMA, right? They're holding the 34 EMA. Oh, isn't trading fun, guys? Isn't trading just so interesting? You got to put all the clues together and you're playing detective. You're getting a potential breakout here. So if we did not stop ourselves out at break even, we would have hit our target. 15 points. That's okay. That's okay. Okay, we can go ahead and delete this line now. And we can start drawing some brand new upward trend lines. We kind of have one that's like this. Let's see if I can redraw that. We did hit our target. We are approaching 900 now. So let's see what price wants to do here. Okay. This is so marginal though, because like the measured move is beyond the golden ruler. We are getting that bounce off 900. I don't know. Like if I was in this trade right now, I would have probably moved it to break even, because it's just, and then just see if it wants to do it. Okay, well then the ES looks more bullish than the NQ right now. We're kind of stuck at resistance at the NQ. Yeah, that would have gotten me out of break even. So glad I did not get into that one. Just trying to follow my rules. Then you should still be in, right? Because you missed your stop loss by 1 tick. Alright, that's a stop loss, right? Yep. Yeah. That stinks. Sorry, bro. You saw why I didn't get into it though, right? That's the important lesson here. You were able to get some points on that bearish move. Cool. Good job. Yeah, those stop losses could have been preventable. We'll talk a little bit about that later. We can review this setup here. This is the setup that got me this is the setup that I struggled out over the last couple of weeks, and I realized it and I said I'm not going to be trading this setup anymore. We have another potential bearish setup here. Let's see. But if we're not going to trigger lower, I don't think. We'll see. We'll see what this candle wants to do. This candle is kind of like fighting, but okay, did trigger lower. Can it come back up and get us? The why is that we have this other EMA that's in the way, Tyler. And up here, I wouldn't have taken the 900 bounce because the potential measured move off of this candle that if it would have triggered would have been beyond this high here at 1020. Those are the two reasons why I didn't take the 900 bounce and I didn't take the EMA bounce there. Hope that makes sense. And if it doesn't, we can talk a little bit more about it in detail later if you'd like. I should, John, but I'm having second thoughts about this trade. And the reason, I'm going to go ahead and cancel it. The reason is, as far down as it's gone at this point, do I really want it to come all the way back up? I don't know. I don't know. I think it's just going to go down and hit the target anyway without retesting our EMAs. So okay, so it's getting that 150 bounce. Is that what you're saying? Well, we're back at the entry of the trade. Yeah, there it is. We made a lower low, so we can move the golden ruler down to 906.50. I do want to short it here, but I have this trend line in the way, potentially. Man. Alright, so this is a new short here. And I think I'm going to go ahead and take the 850 sell position down if it wants to come up and get us. Okay, we're in. Can we go down? No. Okay. And now we're underneath this 34 EMA here, so don't know if I want to be going bullish either. I will say this price action is a little tough today. Not getting a lot of opportunities. This might be a potential short here, but $850 might be support. Cool. I think it should go up, John. At the 21. I don't have the 21 drawn, but you know it's going to be in between these two. I'm still a little hesitant personally. It's just having its price action today is just kind of choppy. Like it just doesn't want to go. Yeah, that stinks. It just doesn't want to go. And I'm not even sure I should buy it at 850 either if it comes down. Let's see what it does at 850. Is it going to bounce up or not? We now have this downward trend line. Alright, this might actually be a short here. Once this candle finishes forming, I will short it at 850 if it wants to come back up. It might just go without us. Okay, there it is. It hit the target. Did not pull back at all to get us in, so that's okay. Golden ruler moves down. We can go ahead and delete this line. Delete this measured move. All right, we're in no man's land right now. Let's see what it wants to do with this EMA here. I do have this upward trend line that's drawn. Does it want to go up here? This measured move might be too big. So I don't think I'm going to go bullish here. There's just too much in the way, right? Did trigger. Which means we have another upward trend line that we can draw right there. We're in a very tight range now. We're in a wedge. And you could see this trade did not work. All that resistance overhead, and now we have all the support underneath us, so we don't exactly want to go bearish either. At this point, though, if we keep going down, I think we're probably going to look to retest 800. We did make a new low, so our golden ruler moves down. Thing is trying to go down, but you can see it's bouncing off this upward trend line here as well. This is why I didn't take it bearish. Definitely in a battle zone here. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, I'm back. Looks like we're almost at the target. Let's see. Approaching another upward trend line that I've got drawn here as well. We're breaking through it now. We just hit target. I think at this point, I just want price to come back down to 800, give us a really nice signal candle to go back up, and we can take it for 15 points. That's what I would like to see. I was hoping it would close underneath the standard deviation level, or not standard deviation, the EMA, so we could take it short. This might be the candle that does it, though. We'll see. See what this candle wants to do. I'm not exactly psyched about any of these trades at the moment. You could see there's like, you think it's going one direction and then it just turns around on you. This is no longer a bearish setup. Well, if it comes down for whatever reason here, doesn't look like it wants to come down. Okay. Instead, we just got a bullish trigger, but we have all that resistance over our heads. Okay, the bulls are trying to get something going here. And I am going to draw a new upward trend line. That looks like that. All right, we just hit target. I would love to just break out to the upside and get some nice bullish trades going. Just get out of this range. This range is really nasty. Can we close above golden ruler? Yes. Okay. Now, this candle, I want to see what this candle does before I take action. We can get this candle to close above 850. We can take the 850 bounce. Okay, we're in at 850. Let's just have this thing go up and not be a problem. We'll try to get in at this EMA here if it wants to come down. I think that was the better entry. We'll see. Hoping it just goes up now. Should bounce up. Should bounce up. Come on. Come on, Bulls, you can do it. Okay, we got at least 5 points. Can we keep going? Okay. Keep going. Alright, I think I got like 5, I want to say 6 or 7 points on that. Question is, do I want to test my luck again with 850, or do I want to see if it wants to come back down to this EMA? I'll do it at 850. All right, can we go up? Let's go up, guys. Okay, can we break out? Just be patient here. Let's just let this trade work. We're breaking out. Good, 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 good. Can we get to 15? We're so close. All right. Yes. I hope you guys were able to... Tyler and John, I hope you guys were able to take advantage of that. Okay, we did hit target, so I'm just going to wait to see what this candle wants to do that we're in right now. Then I'll make a decision. Oh, you added to the position. Cool. All right. That's great. I'm taking another one now. If it comes back down to 850 again. We got a fresh trigger here from the 1118 candle. But this might just escape us at this point. Yeah, just hit target. Oh, you got a runner on it. Great. Okay. It's up 20 points right now. Very cool. It's still very good, John. Good job. Good job, bro. It's 11:20, so I might. You did 1,000 contracts. Holy moly. We'll see what price wants to do. I think we're finally breaking out here, so maybe if we get a nice pullback and we get a signal go back up, that might be another easy trade. But I might call it quits at 11:30. We'll see. We were very patient today. We didn't take a lot of trades. The trades we did take, though, were very good. Is that $14 million? Is that what you said? Over the $1 million a year, yes. Yes. Speak it. See you tomorrow, brother. Have a good day. Great seeing you on here. All right, we'll see. Price, I think, is really slowing down at this point. Let me check on the volume real quick and see where we are at. As of right now, the volume is still at average, which is not bad. It might start slowing down as we get closer to noon Eastern. Alright, so we are approaching a very interesting area, which is 900. Let's just see what happens here. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. We might have a potential trade here off this EMA, but could be a bearish trade, could be a bullish trade, depends on how it closes. This is looking more like a bearish trade. Let's just see. Okay, now it's looking more bullish. Okay. It got me in, I think. Okay. There was a little bit of hesitation. See if we can go up now. There's a little bit of fighting here. Mike, yeah, I got stopped out. I was so close to moving it to break even. Didn't get a chance. Just didn't like how this thing was forming. I don't think I'm going to like taking a bearish trade here either, because the target would be underneath this 34 EMA. Do I want to take a short here? Doesn't look like I really... Nah. No, I'll be patient. I'd rather take this long. See if it wants to come down, get me, and go back up. At this point, it's just about to hit target, so might just cancel this move. We'll see. Yeah, I'm just gonna cancel it. This might be the signal candle we're looking for here. Hold of this upward trend line. Move into 900. We'll see what this candle wants to do. Or it might just fail. If it does fail, there's room. And if it wants to go up, there's room. Not anymore though. We'll see. This is getting really tight. This is getting really, really tight. Okay, so my looking to buy it down there at 83. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and change my mind about this. I don't like it because we do have a lower high here, so we technically have this line here too. So I have to pass on this trade, unfortunately. We would have gotten in at 83. Let's just see what would have happened. We would have gotten at least 5 points because our automatic stop loss moves up to 5. You can see we're having a hard time getting above these trend lines here. Would have stopped out at 5 points, I think. Let's delete some of these old lines. Okay, we move our golden ruler up. We did hit the target. We're right at 900 now. Let's delete some of these lines. Okay, this triggered lower, but there's support underneath us. Still in this bearish trade here, but it's just kind of going sideways at the moment. We are breaking down now through this upward trend line. We're breaking to the downside. Okay, we just hit the target on the bearish trade. Go ahead and delete these lines now. We have this downward trend line, and we have this downward trend line. At this point, I probably wanted to come back down to 850 and see what we do. Golden ruler moves up to 900. I just don't want to put it right on the same line. Might get a short entry here if we can close underneath 34 EMA, which doesn't look like that's what's happening right now. Might be getting a long entry. We'll see. Okay, we're going to short it here. Would love for us to go down, not up. Alright, that was another stop loss. Thought that was a good setup. Alright, we have this line. If I would have marked this line, I probably would not have taken this setup to the downside. Just have to pay attention to these things. And now we're in a wedge, so I don't think either direction is on the table at the moment. Now we're breaking through the wedge, so that's interesting. At this point I wanted to come back up, tag us at 69.75 and go back down. Alright, we hit the target on that one. There wasn't any way for me to get involved with this downward move. Don't want to go bullish here. We have a lot of resistance overhead. It may end up working, but okay. What does price want to do here? We'll see if we wants to hold here at 850 and go back up. That's what I'm counting on. Move it to break even at this point. It's either gonna do it or not. Alright, can we keep going up? We at least locked in 7 points. It's 140 bucks right there on that trade. Alright, it just hit target. We do need to draw a new upward trend line. Right here. Alright, we'll see what this candle wants to do here. This 1153 candle. really liking this candle. Let's just see what the measured move is going to look like. Don't like that it's retreating now. We do have that golden ruler in the way, though. That's kind of a problem. And we are closing. If we close underneath this trend line, that's going to be a problem too. Okay, we closed above the trend line. Alright, I'm willing to take a long here. At 65. Work our way up to 80. If it wants to come down. And if it doesn't, that's okay. Okay, so it triggered higher. We're breaking through golden ruler, that's good. You guys are probably wondering why I moved it to 73.75. If you go on the 5-minute chart, you'll see that we have that 8 EMA right there. And I want to buy the bounce off this 8 EMA here on the 5-minute. Let's just see if it wants to come down to that area and move and go back up. Or if it's just going to go up. And that's okay too. Alright, well it hit target, so that cancels all of my ideas for this trade. We'll wait for another setup. The next setup might potentially come at 900. All right, we went above 900 and we're getting a little bit of a rejection here. Sellers are going to try to defend 900. So let's see if we want to take a short at 900. Let's see if that makes sense. It did trigger. I think I wanted to come back up to 900 though. What is the high of today? The high of today is up here at 1225. Thing is, I don't know if we're gonna get that rejection again. Let's just see. We are like super bullish right now. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't short it at 900. Would have gotten stopped out. Just didn't have a good feeling. But now we can buy the long at 900. See what it wants to do. Would love a retest of 900, immediate bounce up to 15. That would be the ideal scenario here. Instead, we're just getting this doji sandwich up. Okay, all right. Well, that's fine. We made a brand new high today. Hasn't quite hit target yet, so if it does come down to 900, I might get into it. It might just hit the target here. We'll see. Alright, our volume is starting to fall, so I think I might be... I'll see if I can get into this trade here. If it comes down to get us at 900, but if it hits a target at 2150, I'm just going to call it a day. We've been We've been on the stream now for 2 hours and 46 minutes, so, and it's lunchtime on the Eastern time zone, so I'm sure a lot of the price is going to be very choppy moving forward. Okay. All right. I think I'm going to call it here, guys. Let's talk about our performance. Our performance today. Wow, interesting. 50% win rate. I thought I honestly did a little bit better than that. We didn't take a lot of trades today. We took maybe 17 trades. Yeah, 17 trades, 9 winners, 8 losers. So 52%, 53% win rate. But remember, our winners are twice as big as our losers. So I did have a few break-even trades as well that didn't go anywhere. But I will take it. Locked in $600 in one of the accounts. Say that's a really good day for trading a little under 3 hours. And see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same bat time, same bat channel. Have a great rest of your Monday. Happy February. And I'll talk to you guys real soon. God bless.